Good day, my friends. Are you ready to talk about mosquito repellent and bug repellents? Let's go do that, and I will share two products that seem to be working for me, at least so far. All right, so let's get started. All right, I want to talk about an ingredient called permethrin. Okay, and I hope I pronounced that right. And it is odorless, or at least this particular brand is. I can't say for sure if all of the products that carry that is, but I got this one because it did say odorless, and the guy at the store assured me it was, and it really worked. He's been canoeing and backpacking and doing all of that for many years, and I really took his advice that it would work. Okay, now this one here is what you would treat your clothing, so it is not for your skin. Okay, so keep that in mind. Clothing, gear, tents, anything like that. You want to put it on the outside of your clothing if you are going to wear it, and also make sure that it has adequate time to dry. 2 hours in most cases, unless you're in climates where there is humidity, then you'll need about 4 hours for it to dry. This one here repels against mosquitoes, chiggers, mites, ticks, anything like that, and of course all of the viruses that they all can bring. Okay, I'll let you see a close-up of the label. Another thing is it lasts about 42 days. I don't want to say something. 42 days before you have to retreat, or if you wash your clothing, it lasts about, like, after 6 washings, you'll need to treat your clothing again. Okay, so that's kind of the time frame. So far, it seems to have definitely worked on my clothing, because I was actually wearing what I'm wearing now, shorts, this, in a video I was talking about it, where I had treated this particular clothing when I went back to the area where I got bit 70 times, and I am not exaggerating. It was 20 times here, 15 times here, 15 times on my back. I mean, even buttocks, legs, so when you add it all together, it was about 70 times. That was the day that I was flying my drone. Well, I went back to the same area where the mosquitoes were pretty bad. I was kind of in a different location, but still similar area, and I did treat myself with this and another product I'm going to show you, and nothing bit me through my clothing where before it did. Now, of course, when the sun went down, there was quite a bit of mosquitoes. It was still quite a bit there, so I can honestly say that it did work. Now, I started to treat my skin, because you don't want to treat, as I mentioned, your skin with this one. And that's why it says you want to make sure it dries thoroughly before you put it on, because you don't want any of the treatment to be wet, and it's between the clothing and your skin, because it could be harmful. Okay, I was a little nervous about that one because of all the warnings, but honestly I still felt more assured with that than I feel my immune system dealing with DEET products. That's just me, because I have a very sensitive immune system. Okay, so another thing they suggested for the skin to get you know, bumped up a bit from natural products because they were not working. I was using natural products of a couple different forms when I got bit 70 times. They do not work. I've tried them all, but I didn't want to go DEET. I did buy DEET 7% just in case. You know, I was ready, but I didn't have to go there. So this is, and I hope I pronounce this right as well, Bacaridin. I think that's how you pronounce it. You can let me know if I didn't do it justice, but you can at least see the name and what it is. So a product with that in, and it helps repel mosquitoes and ticks. Now this is up to 14 hours. I can't honestly say that it did 14 hours. I did put it on, and then I would say maybe, I don't know, I want to say really 6 hours. I got like 1 or 2, you know, a couple, not to the amount that I got before, but it seemed like if it kind of wore off, and maybe it was in the areas with the hands. I didn't really notice it anywhere else on my legs, but because we're cooking and washing, and if we don't remember to reapply, I think that's why I got into trouble in those areas. So you want to be mindful, and I do too, that when that happens you reapply, okay? But other than that, I honestly say that it did help reduce, I mean 95%, you know, at least that much. It did cut it down. They were buzzing around, and I can watch them, and they weren't landing and trying to bite me. So that was pretty nice. I haven't actually had a chance to put it to another test because really most of the areas I have been at, they have not been that bad. So if anything changes, I'll come back and let you know. But in the meantime, I would highly say thumbs up. These products did really help tremendously than my first exposure to the mosquitoes, and I probably went back within a couple of weeks back to the location where I got bit up the first time. So it was still very close in time frame, and like I said, the amount of them, even though I was in a different location, there was still quite a few of them. Maybe not as bad as the first time because there was a lot of snow melt going on, and I don't know, they were just kind of hatching, and they were hungry and mean and vicious. But there was still quite a few when that sun set. So I would say definitely go for it. Try these products, or any product with these ingredients in there. I have not had a chance to order or get the Skin So Soft, so a lot of people mention the Skin So Soft. Maybe I might get that before I head out of here. If not, then maybe I will have to try to order that and get that maybe somewhere in the future. But I am really wanting to try that, okay? Now, I did meet a lady, and I would love anybody's input before I order the Skin So Soft, but I met a lady at a campground that I went to, and we talked about the Skin So Soft. She actually said just the regular Skin So Soft product worked, but they came out with a, you know, mosquito repellent type Skin So Soft product, but she said that that did not work as well as just the regular Skin So Soft. So I'm not sure what they did differently between the products, but I'm just curious if anybody has any input on that subject that might have bought either one of those products, because I know a lot of people, a lot of ladies were definitely thumbs up on the Skin So Soft against mosquitoes. So if anybody has any input on that, definitely put it in the comment. And we've already discussed about mosquito repellents in the past, so I'm not sure how much more can be added to it. But if you feel so, let's discuss it down below. But I honestly feel very comfortable using these products, or especially this one, because I told the person that I am very sensitive. I need to be careful what I put on my body. And even though I understand, who knows how harmful this could be really in the long term, it's not like I need to use it all the time. I'm not always around mosquito type places. Usually if it just gets bad around sunset, I can go hide until sunset. It's only about an hour or so during that time, then pop back out again. I can work around that, but if there is in places where it's so bad where I was at, honestly, I cannot get bit up like that ever again. And I remember one other time I was coming through Oregon, through the John Day area, and I stayed at a place along a river, and I remember I was trying to do my RV dump, and they were so bad. I mean, oh my gosh, I was like bit up within a short period of 20 times on my back just trying to do my RV dump at this place. And while I was there, I did put my netting up, and you know, I was able to sit and put my netting up, sit inside. Everything was fine. They couldn't get inside, but I did have to enjoy being there with my door open with the netting. That was in May. It was rainy, a little more humid. Yeah, so that was the only other time I could say that honestly has been so bad in my years of travel. So yeah. Anyways, I wish I had those products then. Okay, so again, I look forward to hearing anything anybody else has to say. And thank you for watching. Thank you for following my journey. And just any input you have, and I'll see you all in the next video.